reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
Hey, this is Rob with the ESO Reporter Podcast, part of the MMO Reporter Network. Today I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Kyler.
Hey, everyone.
And Tyler.
How's it going?
And if you don't know, in ESO, Kyler is the brawny man himself. He's a Nord. Kyler, if you want to explain who your character is a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I picked the tallest guy and the buffest dude, and I'm wielding the biggest axe because, honestly, in real life, I'm kind of a small person.
Because you're compensating.
Yeah. I mean, compensating muscle-wise, other areas in my life, I think I'm good.
I did the same. I chose a dark elf, so I'm dark to, offset the Irish paleness I've been born with.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And what's Tyler? Is Tyler even anything yet?
He's an
I
Argonian.
made a new account on Kyler's just to try it out for 15 minutes, and I made the Argonian lizard dude. I just randomized his looks, but he looks freaky.
Freaky as in good, or freaky as in like gross?
I mean, I liked it. He had like cool face paint on, and
Nice.
it was pretty cool.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it was actually kind of creepy. He really did remind me of Tyler. Like, if Tyler were to live in the Elder Scrolls universe, he would be, a black Argonian slave. I'm just saying, like, that's...
Wait, a slave? What?
Oh my God. Yeah. Anyways, what have you done so far, Tyler?
Well, I did it would be the tutorial on the game. Didn't take too long. It was pretty entertaining. I really love the Elder Scrolls games. Even though I've only played Skyrim, I played the crap out of it. And just playing for the 15 minutes that I did, I already started like feeling that nostalgia, even though it wasn't that long ago that I played. But I liked it a lot.
Hold on. So you never played Oblivion or Morrowind?
Nope. I never was into MMO games until Skyrim.
Yeah.
So I never got the chance to really play them or know exactly what they were all about. I was more into first-person shooters.
Yeah, that makes sense. Though Skyrim is not an MMO.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify that as well.
We are not claiming we are not claiming that. But
So what?
But I always wanted it to be. Like I think everybody ever since Morrowind always wanted the MMO aspect to it, and I think they've done an amazing job.
So what is it classified as then?
It's an RPG.
Sorry. Oh, an
so
RPG.
MMO,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm not familiar with the terms of the stuff. Okay, role-playing game, massive multiplayer, online. They're not that different, right?
I think it's always nice to know that a game like Elder Scrolls can convert an FPSer. It's no insult to me.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think, Tyler, your first foray really into online gaming was Smite.
That's true. I hadn't really gotten into it that much until I started playing Smite.
Yeah.
Unless you consider, like... what's the other thing I was going to talk about? Unless you consider, like, Call of Duty and Halo Xbox Live online games,
I mean, I would consider them online games. I've made a lot of friends through. I played a lot of Gears of War, and I made a lot of friends through Halo, and so I would consider them online games. Maybe you guys wouldn't because you're more familiar and immersed with RPGs and stuff like that. But
no, yeah. I mean they're online. They're the same way that Smite is. You get a small group of people, you go and you accomplish a certain mission, and the difference for an MMORPG is the whole role-playing part that you get to take a character and build up who he is and stuff like that. But they're all online. Here's an MMO creates a game where you do it for a long, long time. And anyway.
Gotcha. So would you guys consider Destiny an RPG at all? Or MMO?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's an MMORPG FPS. It's much shorter to say MMO FPS. The reason it has the RPG element is because you get new stats, new weapons, and new armor, and you build up your character. But
okay,
Which that game, I absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic.
Okay, so I guess that would be my first experience in an RPG, MMO, FPS game.
Awesome. Well, now that we've been able to take your online lineage all the way back to its roots, so you've gone. What have you gone? You've gone through the beginning, the tutorial, right?
Yeah, the very beginning character, not even the character creation. I just chose the Argonian and hit start pretty much.
Okay.
So Tyler, how was your experience in the? Because I was sitting literally right next to Tyler on the couch as he was playing it on my TV, giving him like all the, the side by side play. Like I was like a backseat driver as he was playing the game.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying. He's like, "Wait,
that
go,
sounds
go
horrible.
open that chest. Hey, you missed the staff in the water." But I mean, I probably would have. I obviously missed both of those or all the stuff that you were talking about. But I really liked it. I mean, from my experience with Skyrim, it's really brought back a lot of feelings.
Oh, cool. Got the feels, huh?
Feel
Well,
good.
hey, so Kyler, you've been playing. You and I have been playing for a while now. Where are you at? What level's your guy?
Oh my gosh, I'm level 12.
Level 12.
Actually, wait, no, that's a lie. I just leveled up to level 13. Literally like maybe an hour ago.
What? You suck. Now you're ahead of me.
I'm sorry. I went, you were telling me about those certificates with crafting?
Yeah.
I
You went
had,
and did the Ritz?
I did it, and I gained experience, and it leveled me up to level 13.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I'm sure there's a lot of people listening to this that are thinking that we're noobs, and the truth is we are, but that's totally okay because for this podcast, anybody who's just starting out has kind of seen the experience from the beginning, and the characters that we're using are ones that we can kind of walk through how it is to start and how it is to progress through this game. So that's what we want to do.
Yeah, and I love like sharing my experiences in the game every week. Like literally, like I've been playing the game nonstop this last week, and like recently also like I found this little book on Amazon. It said like get to level 50 in 7 days, which I thought was kind of cool and stuff. But like I'm not trying to rush through the game. I'm trying to experience it.
Oh yeah.
And I'm finding way more joy. Like just the other day, Rob, me and you were playing, and literally we just like sat in Davin's watch, like outside the bank, playing the freaking like loot, watching like a naked fat Argonian dude being attacked by the patrol officers, like the packed soldiers, and I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, that thing was the best. And that's the thing. Okay, so I'm next in my inexperience with MMOs. I never really got into any of them before this. This is the one that years before it ever was even announced, I told someone, man, I don't like MMOs. I think the only one I could ever get into is if they made an MMO of Oblivion, because that's the one I was playing at the time. And I didn't expect to have so much fun with actually just hanging out in the game, not really doing anything, hopping in and walking around town and just witnessing the craziness.
Yeah, that was like probably one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
Playing the game this week.
Yeah.
There was another thing I wanted to share on the podcast. Like I've had so many like different adventures this week in the game, and I had a lot that I wanted to share. But the one that I kind of wanted to like throw out there real quick, not get too much into it, is last night when I was playing the game, I was over in Kraganmore, and I noticed that there was like one of the world bosses I hadn't defeated yet, so I just went over there, killed it real quick. And then I kind of just like walked around Kraganmore, stole some stuff from houses and things like that. And then I noticed the Mages Guild had a little shop set up, and there was someone there with a quest. And I was trying my best to finish off all the small side quest missions before I moved on to the next area.
Yeah.
Well, it turned out not to be a side quest mission, but it turned out to take me the next hour and a half, and I started this crazy quest where it was a battle between this this dead ghost of an archmage named Shalindor or something like that versus the god of Mischief, something other crazy, to bring this freaking island back. And it was nuts. Like it was just a small, simple, like I hadn't done anything for the Mages Guild, and I just ran into this person, super far away from Davin's watch, like way away from like the Mages Guild, and started this quest that took me. I'm not even done with it. I just started the next part of it, and it's gonna take me into the next area. But it was so immersive, and I finally found one of my favorite areas in the game called the Cheesemonger's Hollow. It's gorgeous. It's so beautiful, and you can only get to that area, I think, if you do this quest line.
That's awesome. Yeah, we've had some interesting experiences. I was always afraid when beginning Elder Scrolls Online, I thought it would be a little bit more, even though it's got this massive world, that it would be a little more linear than the previous games have been, but it's not. In fact, I feel like there's so much more to explore. I was telling my little brother, who just played last night, and he's kind of excited to get started, and he's not a gamer, so it's cool that he wants to start. But I was telling him about how we found that Nightmare Realm, how you showed that to me. And he was like, oh man, or like that quest in Oblivion where you go up to a painting and you get sucked into this painting. And the graphics turn into a painting graphics. Every tree you look at, every monster you fight looks like it's made from paint globs. And I feel like I've discovered that a lot in this game. I found that Nightmare Realm. I found this place where you go underground and you have to save some sort of coral thing. I don't remember what it was. It was just, but the area was beautiful.
Yeah, it's like that's been happening to me literally like all week. Is I'll just like stumble across this quest that just takes me through some of the most beautiful areas in all of Tamriel, and it literally blows my mind away. Like in other MMOs, they have the standard, you go talk to an NPC with an exclamation point, read a bunch of text, go kill monsters and come back. And usually that quest takes place in like that specific area. But I've noticed with Elder Scrolls quests, at least some of like the more grander ones, which there's quite a lot, is it'll take you all around the area that you're going to, talking to people. There's like a legit story behind it.
Yeah.
And in fact, the one that I showed you, that Nightmare Realm, with the evil crow lady and the guy, you have to make that choice at the end of the dungeon place or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I
completely stumbled across that. I was like, oh, look, a treasure chest. And then the portal popped up and boom, I was on an adventure for the next 2 hours. And by the time I popped out, I was like, wow, I actually remember that quest line.
That's awesome.
So, but I think that's good for talking about this week, because I could keep going on and on about the things, and I'm sure throughout the rest of the podcast we definitely will. But I do want to throw out this kind of a little cool news article thing out there. Over at our friend's site, mmorpg.com, they had just picked the Elder Scrolls. They named Elder Scrolls Online as the best MMO of 2015. And I totally agree with them, like 100%. I just thought that was cool. I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's over at mmorpg.com. They have an article where it says that Elder Scrolls Online was named their best MMO of 2015.
Well, what's awesome about that is Elder Scrolls released with a lot of criticism, and it's incredible that they've been able to make so many improvements. I wasn't even sure what was wrong with it from the beginning. I just heard a lot about it, and people who have gone back again a year later have said that it's amazing, that they made these fantastic improvements, which really shows that they're dedicated to the players and to making this exactly what they want. And I think they knew that they were making a game that has a huge legacy. I mean, Elder Scrolls has been around for so long. It has this massive legacy. And so they really want to deliver on this. They really want to deliver to the fans, and they have.
Yeah, one thing that I can hear, like a car in the background. That's crazy. What is that noise? Okay, sorry about that. I can hear echoing.
From me?
No, I hear like a lot of fuzzing noise coming. Tyler, is that you?
It might be. I know there was a car going. I can hear the car that you were talking about.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so we were talking about best MMO. Okay, here's the reason why, and Robbie, you nailed it right on the head. The reason why I think they chose it as the best MMO, and I think a reason why I would pick it as mine, even though that's like fanfare aside, like my love for this game, that aside is the fact that ZeniMax Online, like when they first came out with the game, obviously a lot of people were skeptical because it wasn't being made by Bethesda. It's being made by ZeniMax, and I don't know any other game that they've made, and maybe they have made other games, but this is like the one, at least to me, that this was like their real true foray out there into the world with this huge IP, with Elder Scrolls Online. A lot of people were skeptical, and then when it came out and it wasn't exactly like Skyrim in an MMO world, people hit it really hard. But the thing I love about ZeniMax, what they have done, unlike other studios, a lot of studios will say, yeah, we're trying to make a game that players want to play, but instead they're making games that the devs want to play. What ZeniMax is doing is they are taking the players' feedback and they are running with that. Things such as the justice system. There was a lot of other stuff that they came, like, just the Orsinium content and all these improvements that they've been putting in the game. has been majorly like actual players requesting that, and ZeniMax is doing their best to bring what the players want into the game, and I think that's the reason why they're very successful. Like just recently, with the hashtag Million Reasons to Play, they've got like the, we're going to talk about this a little bit later, but the $1 million that they're giving out. You have to be a pretty successful game studio to throw that out there.
Yeah. And what you were saying about the whole relation to Skyrim and that the comparisons when it did first come out, because I was doing a lot of research to see about getting the game, and all the videos I would find were always like looking at one area in the game, comparing it to that same area in Skyrim. And there are aspects, like when you go to Skyrim, there are aspects that I would say are graphically better, but I can't point out any specifics. Like I guess it's a little more chaotic looking in Skyrim. Like things look like they're a little more smashed together. But for some reason, and I can't explain it, but I really do like the graphics better in Elder Scrolls Online. And there's a couple reasons that I approve of kind of the way it looks and the way that the world is in Elder Scrolls Online. Number one, the areas are bigger. And I don't just mean like the land, I mean the towns. The towns are bigger, and instead of having 10 NPCs running around, you have 100, actual people running around, so the town feels alive and you feel like there's actual things going on. So it has brought the world to life for me. I just downloaded Skyrim the other day, and just to open it up and play through it again, and character details, I think there's more, but I think the characters look better in Elder Scrolls Online, and the cities, like you look and it feels like a lot more, I don't know, visually intense, but it doesn't seem as like, it makes more sense in Elder Scrolls Online. So I feel like a lot of the videos have kind of changed now that once I was telling my little brother, the longer I played it, the more I got used to it, the more it became my preferred version of Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, what's funny is over on my own YouTube channel, I've been making Elder Scrolls Online videos, but recently I just had a couple people ask me to do Skyrim videos. And, I've tried, I had a couple problems with my computer trying to get things all sorted out, but then I kind of just started playing Skyrim just normally. And then when I come to sit down and play a game and I see that I have Skyrim on my computer and then Elder Scrolls Online, I always pick Elder Scrolls Online now. Like, you're right. Like, Skyrim's an incredible game. It's beautiful, and a lot of people will say that's probably the best Elder Scrolls game. But there is something about Elder Scrolls Online, to me at least, that kind of fleshes it out. That fleshes out the world, like in general, makes it feel. I want to say like. I do want to say more alive, because there are those other players around and you get to interact with them and stuff. And in fact, thinking about that with the more players, recently they just had their free-to-play weekend that they just unlocked. So I think on PC and on Xbox, you could go and you could actually download the game and play for free this past weekend. You couldn't do it for PS4, and I don't know exactly why they weren't able to, but it had to do something with like, I can't remember, something with like marketing and stuff. But what I love is thinking about that is ZeniMax is with their $1 million to play thing, and they've been pushing a lot, trying to bring more players into it, especially with this free to play weekend. Is with Tyler, with your experience so far, you've only played, granted, maybe half an hour of the game, but maybe you've got that perspective that a lot of these people recently that just jumped into the game over the weekend and only got to play maybe half an hour. If stepping back, if you were one of those players coming into the free-to-play weekend, and from the experience that you've already had in the game, even though it was minimal, and you haven't really gotten into the actual world, would you want to continue it? Would you actually pay the money to be able to play the game?
Oh yeah, like just playing for the half an hour that I did. I mean, I was almost already immersed in the world and wanting to learn everything that I could about every area that I was exploring just in the tutorial. Like I was telling you as we were playing, once you kind of figured out where you had to go next, you could still sit and you could still sit and talk to the NPCs and just learn more about them and their history. And I really like that. And I think that when I actually get the game and my computer figured out, I'll probably spend a lot more time than I need to just learning about the lore of the worlds and everything like that.
That's awesome. And you know what's funny too is I actually have my wife in the room with me, and I've been playing with Rob, and your wife has been playing with us as well.
Yeah.
And so I actually went and just bought the game for my wife today. I bought her the Imperial Edition. It was like on sale for like a super good price. And she only got to play maybe like 10 minutes of the game, but she had the opportunity to either go with her family to go see a movie tonight or, to come home and spend time with me. And she chose that because she wants to play Elder Scrolls with me because she had so much fun, even though she only played 10 minutes of it. And I think that's awesome.
Oh yeah, that is awesome.
So, and I think it's so cool, Rob, that your wife played with us as well. And you said you were the one that was telling me that, your wife wasn't super big into it. She didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
But I'm sure she probably had a lot of fun playing with us.
Yeah, and she loves Destiny, actually. She loves that game. And when we first started playing, she was using a mouse and a keyboard, which we're not used to. We're usually console gamers. And she only played with me, and we're sitting in the same room, and it's not quite the same feel. And when we jumped on and we were playing together, afterwards I asked her, and she said she liked it as much as Destiny. And I was like, wait a minute, but you love Destiny? Because the way she like never wanted to play before. She's like, yeah, I do. So getting that social aspect to it really helped a ton.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
All right, so moving on to a little bit more news going on in the Elder Scrolls world. For those of you that don't know, the hashtag Million Reasons to Play has another reason that just was posted up on the website. There is a chance to win $1 million US dineros. That's right. To do that, you need to go over to Elder Scrolls Online. I think it's I don't know the exact website, but you can just head over to Elder Scrolls Online. There's like a big, thing that pops up on the website that tells you can apply right there, sign up for it, and then all you have to do is just play the game. And then the lucky player on February 1st of next year will be announced who won the $1 million, as well as they are going to be giving out several thousand crowns to 1,000 runner-ups.
Do you have to play the game? I think it says on there you have to register and that there is no purchase necessary.
I think they just said if you just register and then just play the game. I think
they
got
said
it. I don't want to, don't quote me on this, but I think the more you play, the better of a chance you have. But I'm not sure.
Cool. Well,
I'm
if
not
anything, if anybody can just go look at the site and kind of see what that is specifically. But yeah, I was thinking, with the whole Million Reasons to Play, part of that whole promotion, I actually haven't tweeted out any of my own. I don't really do Twitter that much, but I'd be happy to say a couple right here. One of my Million Reasons to Play is it's freaking expansive. The exploration pretty much never ends, and because the game is in continuous development, you can always discover something new. And for me, it's nostalgic. I feel like this is almost an Elder Scrolls reboot, because the last game that had all of Tamriel available, as they hope to do with this, was Elder Scrolls Arena. So there's mine.
And for those of you out there that are listening, that if you want to participate in the Million Reasons to Play, just go onto Twitter or any other social site and use the hashtag Million Reasons to Play, hashtag ESO, and then just say what your reason is. I actually just did it the other day. I did one of my Million Reasons to Play was being able to jump into the world of Tamriel with my friends and family. That's really the big reasons why.
Yeah.
Tyler, what's your Million Reason?
Oh, to get to hang out with my friends as much as I want to.
Yeah. We've been missing you.
I know.
Yeah.
We keep talking about like he just needs to jump in the game right now.
Yeah.
I know, and after playing today, I think it'll give me that boost that I need to actually get my computer fixed. Get that taken care of.
Well, good.
And the funny thing is too is I've recently since I've been doing a lot of side quests, I've been kind of getting all this lower level loot, like level 4, level 3 loot, but they're like really good stuff. And I've been saving a staff for my wife to give that to her, and I've been saving some armor to give to your character, Tyler, so when you finally get in. And it's been taking up all my bank spots, my bank slots, and so you need to get in there so I can give you your stuff already.
Freaking
okay, I'll get on that.
Offload your junk.
All right. So the last bit of news that we want to share with everyone, this was kind of spoken a while ago, but we kind of want to bring it up because it is a pretty big change, but I know a lot of people wanted to get rid of it, is they are saying goodbye to the veteran rank system in the game. They're going to be replacing it mainly with the with the champion point system that is currently the end game progression system.
Okay, so this is great because now you can explain to me what that is. I haven't even gotten close to veteran rank, so I have no clue what that means, and I've seen that they're getting rid of it. What is it?
Okay, so this is what kind of works. So once you hit level 50, I don't know if it's instantly when you hit level 50 or if you level up from 50 to sort of 51. I've never actually experienced it, but your level will switch to what's called veteran rank 1.
Okay.
And currently right now there's 16 veteran ranks. And so it's kind of like an alternate progression system, kind of like an extra 16 levels into the game. And when you hit that veteran rank system, you start getting what's called champion points. And it unlocks this kind of like star diagram thing, very similar to what Skyrim had,
Okay.
where you can further progress your character. But a lot of people didn't like the veteran rank system. And I'm gonna read this off of this is off of massivelyop.com. This little statement that I have right here, where it talks about what's going to be happening. So it says, in a nutshell, dinging 50, hitting level 50, will move your progression directly to champion points instead of the current VR levels. So you'll hit level 50 and you'll stay at level 50 at the max level, but I'm assuming you'll still get more and more champion points. And then it says, if you have veteran ranks when the change occurs, they will be converted to champion points on your highest level character. Lambert says that while the design is still in flux, they're still working it up, that about a rough estimate of 10 champion points for every veteran rank. So 160 champion points will equal veteran rank 16. But here's the other thing too. Champion points, when you hit the max level, those champion points work for all of your characters across your account, including your low level ones.
Oh, cool.
So if you've been progressing, and I'm not exactly sure how the champion point system works, I haven't gone up there yet, but I know it works across your entire board, all of your characters.
Nice.
So as far as I know, that's what's going to be happening.
So you use the champion points to give yourself new skills?
I don't think you get new skills, but I think you get more passive bonuses.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Very, very similar to the way that like Skyrim does it.
It's funny because in theory, like the way it sounds, it actually sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like the veteran rank sounds awesome. And so, but I guess, everybody wants it gone. So I guess it didn't work out.
They're gonna kind of get rid of it. And I do want to do, if anyone's listening, I want you guys to leave kind of like a comment or like a post on the website, maybe explaining a little bit more about the veteran rank system and how it kind of all works. I'd love that. And maybe I'll go do some more research on it as well for like the next episode. But I do know one of the concerns that they have is, with gear, with gear that characters have.
From veteran gear?
Yeah, veteran gear. What's going to happen is that rather than having a specific level that the gear will require, obviously you'll have to be level 50, it'll require how many champion points that you need in order to equip specific gear.
Okay.
And so I think a lot of people are kind of worried that they're getting rid of the veteran rank system, which mainly deals with gear. The higher veteran ranks you get, obviously the better gear you get.
Yeah.
They're kind of worried that they're just going to replace it with another system that's just going to bug everyone and create like a gear grind, which I kind of agree.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that's exactly what's going to happen. But I know some people are kind of worried about that, so I'm going to throw that out there and just let everyone know they are going to work on it. They're going to try their best to make sure that it all works out okay.
Cool.
So, all right, and I think we have one last bit of news. It's very small, but I'm going to say it anyway because I know a lot of people are really excited for this. But there has been some news in regards to the upcoming downloadable content, not really an expansion, I'm using air quotes there, for the Dark Brotherhood.
Oh, man, I'm excited for that. I only have one experience with the Dark Brotherhood. It was in Oblivion. My little bro was playing. We were on a trip, and he woke up, and some creepy dude was staring down at him and, invited him to the Dark Brotherhood, and I thought it was awesome.
Yeah. In fact, Tyler, you played Skyrim a lot, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever encounter the Dark Brotherhood in Skyrim?
Yeah, I think my first experience with the Dark Brotherhood was after a little mini quest. You have to kill, I think it's a child's mother for the side quest.
Oh my gosh.
But then after you complete that quest, the next time that you wake wake up, you have someone from the Dark Brotherhood standing above you, and that I honestly think that I think I researched it before I did it, so I was trying to meet the Dark Brotherhood because I was trying to learn as much as I could about Skyrim because I liked it so much. So I was expecting it, but it was still kind of eerie and freaky knowing
so you
that after
happily murdered that child's mom.
Wow.
yeah, I purposely did it so I could meet the Dark Brotherhood. Don't judge me. I wanted to do it. But yeah, it's kind of freaky how after you murder somebody, they appear to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what?
Now I wonder who my little brother murdered.
Yeah, seriously. I think I did this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you guys when I played Oblivion, I purposely went and looked for the Dark Brotherhood and I killed somebody and went to sleep. Same thing happened.
Well, then I guess I should admit too that I never did that, and I only saved people in that game.
Oh, you're such a hero.
Yeah, I am.
You know what though that I find thinking about the fact that they're going to be releasing the Dark Brotherhood soon is they said that they're going to kind of round out the justice system in the game. Because currently you can go and you can kill NPCs, not important NPCs. You can steal things and stuff like that. But one thing that I think will be so fun is with the justice system, you have people that are enforcers. So if they see other players that are pickpocketing or stealing and stuff like that, they can actually stop them, kill them, or turn them in and stuff. This is what I think will be so cool is with the Dark Brotherhood, a lot of people love simply just like the quest lines that they give. So I'm wondering if with the Dark Brotherhood, update coming, if they're going to actually give us quests where we have to go and take down, like literally kill NPCs in the game. And then I wonder if they're going to give the enforcer sides, people that want to go towards good, maybe they'll give them quests where they have to defend people like that, kind of create like a fun cat and mouse PvP experience.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah. And like I would totally like just follow, like I see people all the time like sneaking around in shops and stuff and stealing. Like I am one of those people. I'm not going to lie. I am definitely one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would be so much fun to just like, as they're sneaking and they're like breaking into somebody's chest, like a little symbol pops up on their name or something saying like they're doing something bad and you can attack them.
Yeah, so are you saying that currently right now, like if you belong to a certain guild and you see someone pickpocketing, you can turn them in?
As far as I know, there's supposed to be some kind of enforcer skill line.
That sounds
I don't know if
awesome.
it's actually in the game right now.
Oh, well, that sounds really cool. I'd actually like to do that.
Yeah, me too. I would just go around and kill people all the time. In fact, actually, that reminds me of a funny story. This is just a quick story, but I want to head back into the Dark Brotherhood stuff right after the story.
Okay.
But this was I was just recently when I was playing the game, I was adventuring in this cave, found a treasure chest, and I went up to go lockpick it, but somebody ran up right before me and lockpicked it before me, and I was standing there watching him, and he breaks into it, and he's looking in the treasure chest, but then he stands up and he pulls his bag out, so I know he's looking in his inventory. So to me, I'm thinking, oh, maybe he's just checking out what item he had, So then I click A to use the treasure chest to see if I can lockpick it, but it was already unlocked, and there was this like sweet like axe or something in the chest, and I was like, oh my gosh, no way. So I took it, and then the chest disappeared, and then I looked at the guy, and the guy went out of his bag and like went to go like look down, and it was gone. And he like looked at me, and he like was running around jumping up and down like in front of me.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, oh my gosh, I am such a jerk. I just stole that guy's thing. And I was going to trade him, but then he ran away, and I was like, I can't believe that actually worked. I literally stole that guy's. He probably like went into his inventory because it was too full and he's going to empty it out.
Yeah.
And then I stole his axe from him, and I was like, oh, shoot.
Yeah, you were for sure a huge jerk.
Oh my gosh, I felt so bad.
That is so funny.
Oh man.
Yeah, sometimes that sucks, and I think it's awesome that it's in the game. I was much smaller version. I just was running. I was running around looking for ore forever before I gave myself the skill point to highlight it. And this guy like runs up and he starts mining it. I'm like, sweet ore. And then when he walked away, it disappeared, vanished right before my eyes.
And you know what I think would be such a cool thing too, and the reason why I brought that story up is it relates back to the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild as well, is how cool would it be if in the game, and I don't know exactly how they would work this out, but in the game, if somebody did, how I stole that guy's stuff,
Yeah.
it's like, what if somebody like, lockpicked it and it gave it like a temporary like imprint on that chest saying like, this is this person's chest, that's his stuff. And I went in and I took it before he took it out. That person could put like a bounty on me,
Yeah, that's what. As you were saying, that's what I was thinking. A bounty would be freaking cool.
And then I would live in fear for the rest of the game until I figured out a way to take it off.
That'd be awesome.
So, and then, man, there was another story I wanted to share as well, relating back to like the Dark Brotherhood. Is when I was playing with you, Rob, this week, and your wife jumped on, and we were gonna go do some random quest or something. And I was like, you know what? I've actually never attempted to kill an NPC before.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I went and took the thing off, and there was like a guard like sitting on the ground like dying. And I was like, oh, I'll kill him. He's about to die anyway. So I start attacking him, kill him, and then my wanted level shoots to the highest. And so when it's at the highest, anytime a guard sees you, rather than like stopping you and interrogating you and having you pay money and stuff, they will kill you on sight. And so I was like terrified for my life running around. I was like, I'll be right back. I got to go back to the Outlaws Refuge and get this taken care of. And it was like 400 gold to get it taken care of. It was ridiculous.
I'm glad you even knew about the Outlaws Refuge, because I didn't. And if I did something like that, I would have been screwed.
I think your wife stole stuff too, didn't she?
Yeah, and then she started getting attacked. And
Man,
I'm the only one here that's good in this group. Lawful good is what they would call me
in D&D,
in D&D.
I would say I'm chaotic good.
Yeah, I think you're chaotic good. I would definitely agree with that. There was something else I was going to say, and I don't quite remember what it is, but it had to do with you stealing. Oh no, killing that guy. Yeah, I think that was actually a quest that we could have done, because there was a dude leaning over him, like checking him out, and I think if you would have talked to him, would have given us a quest, but you killed the guy.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I imagine he responds later or something, but I'm interested to go back and find out.
And see if there's actually a quest there.
Yeah, because that guy just stayed leaning over him.
And even though his dead body was
Even
gone.
though he was dead, yeah, he was in denial. That was probably family that you killed.
Man, I feel so bad. Like, I keep thinking back about it, and I'm like, that was like the worst decision I could have made.
Yeah. Oh, hey, another million reasons to play. There are actual moral decisions in this, and I know that's the whole point of an RPG. But points where I'm not quite sure what to do. Like, we just ran into one where I was given the choice of this guy is cursed. He made an agreement with some weird monster thing that if it would give him something, he would come and stay with it because the creature is lonely. And so then the options, he's stuck there and he's trying to escape, is to either save him or make and kill the creature, or make him continue with his bargain. And it was interesting because the creature, it's not like some big mean demon. It's a lonely creature who just wants someone to hang out with, and he made the deal. But on the other hand, it's a monster and he's going to be stuck there forever. And I just, in that moment where I was actually feeling conflicted, I was like, man, this is what it's about. Like, this is what games is about, and everything is reaching these moments where you're not sure what to do and you actually fear the consequences, like how you'll feel if you choose one way or the other.
Yeah, in fact, because you're still playing. Are you playing the game right now, right?
Yeah.
As we're speaking, you're playing the game?
Mm-hmm. Can't stop, won't stop.
Oh my gosh. As soon as we get done with this, I'm hopping on. And my wife's going to hop on too and play with us.
Maybe I can get Alicia.
There you go. Tyler, you need to get your computer done, man.
Lonely.
I know.
Tyler's so lonely.
I have a question. When you guys were talking about, or Kyler, when you were talking about how the guy opened the chest and then you basically stole his loot, I was wondering how the loot system works when it comes to fighting bosses with your friends. When the boss dies, does he drop a bunch of loot? Then it's kind of everyone for themselves. Whoever picks up stuff gets it first? Or how does that work?
No, I think it's what happens is he has a certain items that everybody can grab, right? But I think like when you're out killing creatures, and they drop, certain ones will highlight and they only highlight for you. Like I've had a creature drop and I go to pick up stuff from it, and it didn't highlight for Kyler. So, but I think for bosses, like I think whatever he drops, everybody gets one version of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like whoever deals the final blow gets the best loot. It's just it probably divvies it up pretty evenly.
Yeah, there's none of that last hit, whatever junk from League of Legends.
All right, cool.
Yeah, like The way that it kind of works, at least, is if you help somebody kill something, if you help participate it, you get you'll get experience points, or you might get loot. But like with Robbie's experience, we both killed a monster, but he got loot and I didn't. It's because it's randomized, you know. I could have
Yeah.
gotten loot, but I just at that instance I didn't. With bosses, it's the same way. But the thing is, I think with because treasure chests, as well as like Robbie's experience with the mining nodes and stuff, those are out there. Those are for one single player. It's not like a randomized thing where everyone can go in and use it as at once if you participate. You know, it's like because like if I were to run up and that guy took that axe out of that chest before I got there, the chest wouldn't have even been there for me.
Yeah.
I just got lucky the fact that he didn't take it out, so I was able to go in and snatch it.
You must feel like the biggest jerk.
And I was gonna mail it back to him, but then he ran away and I didn't grab his name. And I was still kind of stunned. I was like, "What the heck just happened? Did I actually take this guy's loot?" And I literally did, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I am the worst person in the world right now."
Hey, if only he stuck around, you know, you would have given it to him.
I know. And the reason why I didn't initially respond and give it to him right away is I was waiting to see if he was going to message me and respond saying like, "Hey, you took my stuff," you know? But he just like jumped up and down and back and forth and then he ran away.
Well, maybe
So in
he's,
other words,
maybe
it's
he's
like,
like
if he-
mute,
yeah,
and
or
he
maybe
can't speak in real life.
yeah, and so you pretty much what you're saying is you were waiting for him to message you, then you would give him his stuff. But if he didn't message you, you were like, "All right, it's mine."
Okay, yeah, I kind of admit it.
Okay, I think you're more chaotic neutral.
Yeah, I'm kind of a jerk.
Yeah, you're a bit of a jerk.
Yeah. And you know what? Going back to that moral choice you were talking about before, Robbie, with that old hag crow monster thing, you know?
Morals, something you seem to be unfamiliar with, yeah.
I don't really have that. This was the one instance in my game time of Elder Scrolls Online where when I went and I got that choice, you know, either kill the hag or make the sorcerer guy stay, I picked the sorcerer guy because, you know, his son asks you to help him. And I really, really wish you would have picked the other option just so I could see what would have happened.
Oh, well, I picked the one that's going to force him to stay.
Yeah, that's the one that I picked.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I was actually trying to ask you, but I think you had gone away. Whoa. I just found a crafting motif. I thought those were rare.
what, are you serious? Which one did you get?
The wood elf.
Oh my gosh, I am so jealous right now.
Yeah, which I'm jealous because I freaking bought the motifs last week and not realizing that you come with your like the style of your race. So I bought a motif, went down and was like, perfect. Now I can craft with my, freaking race, and then realized that was a waste. Speaking of which, this is random, but I just found out that Bretons are half elves.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, did you realize? Nobody realized that?
I had no idea.
I was looking online because in a lot of the games, when I click on them, I guess they always randomize as like dark. Like, I don't know what nationality they look like, but they just are always like dark, and I'm very white, so I just role playing don't go to pick one. And anyway, I was looking through what Bretons were today, and I found a bunch, of a ton of different colors, and found out that they're actually just half elves.
Well, I had no idea.
Yeah, now we know.
Well, in fact, I was telling you, Tyler, today, because he saw this picture on the loading screen that popped up about Dwemmers, the dwarves.
Yeah.
Did you know that the dwarves are actually just elves?
Yeah, you were telling me that.
It like blew my mind away.
Which I think is crazy because like they're referenced as dwarves a lot. So I'm assuming that dwarves themselves are just elves that you said, is some sort of adaptation.
Yeah, in fact, I'm on my computer right now. I'm gonna look up these different names because I just realized something that I think is really interesting as well. Okay, so listen to this. Okay, so you got the high elves, you've got the wood elves, you've got the dark elves. Now you have these dwarf elves, right?
Mm-hmm.
But listen to their name. This is how you can tell if something is in an elf. The Altmer, the Bosmer,
Oh.
and the Dunmer. If they have that mer at the end, it means that they're an elf.
Oh, like Dwemer.
And Dwemer, right?
Hey, that makes so much sense. So a certain race, I can't remember which race in the game, calls the Bretons Manmer.
Manmer, exactly, right?
Yeah.
And I did a quest earlier today, or
Which I thought
Tyler
maybe
did.
they were like mermaids.
Yeah.
And then I was like, that doesn't make sense.
I know. I read. I think it was either when Tyler was playing or when I was playing last night or something. One of the quest NPCs I was talking to said how like the world was like shifted from the man and mer, and I was like, what the heck is mer? And I wasn't even thinking about it, but I thought the same thing. I was like, is it like a mermaid like race that like disappeared off of Tamriel?
Yeah.
But no, it's the elves.
Yeah, man. Elder Scrolls has done such a freaking good job at building, such a vibrant and huge world, and kind of taking the classic tropes of fantasy, but giving them their own little twist, which is impressive considering their first game wasn't meant to be really much of an RPG. It was meant to be an arena fighting game. But when they added some side quests and their test players loved the side quests so much, they decided to focus on that completely. And they had already shipped and made all these things, calling it arena. And so they just were like, well, we got to put something on there that makes it sound a little more like an adventure game. So the Elder Scrolls basically just pulled that right out of their butt and slapped it on there. And now the whole series is built around these Elder Scrolls with this sprawling lore and, incredible backstory.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that is great for the second episode of the ESO Reporter here on the MMO Reporter Network. Everyone, we are so grateful for you for listening to this podcast. If you guys have any questions or even comments, leave them on the website or even on the YouTube channel for MMO Reporter on youtube.com. My name is Kyler. Thanks so much. And I guess you guys can all sign out your own names.
Yeah, I'm Rob. Thank you.
And my name is Tyler, and we will see you guys next time.